It's about 6:47 right now. Belgian farmers are crying foul over cheap milk.
Yesterday, thousands protested in Brussels over a recent drop in milk and pork prices. Demonstrators threw eggs, hay bales, and bottles at police, while European agriculture ministers are hosting an emergency meeting to discuss the prices. Over the holiday, thousands paid tribute to an Illinois police officer killed in the line of duty.
Yesterday morning, officers saluted Joe Glinowitz's casket as it entered a visitation. Flags, Patriot flower arrangements, and his uniform were all on display there. Thousands of officers from across the U.S. attended that funeral service.
Joe was a great husband, an awesome dad, a mentor to the police officers of tomorrow.
The funeral procession stretched 18 miles, actually, with hundreds of people and flags lining the roads. Police are still searching for the men who killed Glinowitz almost a week ago. He was found shot after chasing 3 men he called suspicious. There's also a $50,000 reward for any information leading to their arrest.
The Minnesota dentist who set off a worldwide uproar when he killed Cecil the Lion will be back at his practice today. Well, Dr. Walter Palmer says that he has spent more than a month out of sight after he received threats. Palmer told the Associated Press that had he known that the lion had a name and was important to the people of Zimbabwe or a study, he would not have taken it.
Well, good news for some American workers. Some 300,000 of them could be eligible for paid sick leave starting in 2 years. President Obama announced that in Boston yesterday. The executive order is expected to affect low-wage workers the most because they are less likely to have paid sick leave. But the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is threatening to sue, saying the president has overstepped his authority. An estimated 44 million Americans work without paid sick leave.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert debuts tonight right here on CBS. He's taking over the show from David Letterman, who retired this spring. Colbert's first guests include George Clooney and Jeb Bush.
All right, well, one Florida city is getting an extension on the Labor Day weekend.
All weekend long, the city of St. Augustine has been celebrating 450 years of being America's oldest city. Standing by now live on the grounds of Ponce de Leon's legendary Fountain of Youth, it's Florida travel expert Kara Franker. Kara, thanks for joining us this morning, and plenty to keep you busy over there in the America's oldest city, right?
Oh yes, good morning. Thanks so much for having me, and I'll tell you that there have been 5 days of nonstop parties here. 60 different concerts, we've had historical reenactments. This city knows how to celebrate.
That's for sure, Kara. One thing is very, very special about today. You guys are lighting quite a few candles for a birthday party, huh?
That's correct. So 450 years exactly on this day, Pedro Mendez de Avila set foot actually where we are at the Fountain of Youth. So we're having, a huge celebration. We're doing all kinds of memorable activities to make sure that we really celebrate the 450th anniversary. And of course, St. Augustine has so much history to offer anyways. So it's a great place to be today, especially, but anytime really.
Yeah, as you mentioned, definitely a lot of history there in St. Augustine. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh yeah, it's great. So, Ponce de Leon came, 1513. So that's over 500 years. And then Pedro Menendez came in 1565. So what people don't realize is that St. Augustine is actually the nation's oldest city. And so a lot of people think, oh, what about Jamestown or what about Roanoke? But St. Augustine was settled 42 years before. So people don't even realize that we have such great culture here in Florida and not very far from you guys.
Well, Kara, besides all that rich history, what else does that city have to offer right now?
Oh, of course, the drop-dead gorgeous beaches. We have 42 miles of coastline, and it's a foodie's heaven here. I mean, there's so many places to listen to live music, to get a great bite to eat. I really invite everybody to come down to the Colonial Quarter, where we've got a lot of activities going on, and it's a fun place to be any time of year. Mark your calendars for the Night of Lights, too, because that's coming up November through January. They have millions of lights that cover the city. There's always something going on in St. Augustine, and there's something for everybody.
Yeah, some good shopping there in St. Augustine, too, Kara, for sure. And I understand that you are there on the grounds of Ponce de Leon's legendary Fountain of Youth, right?
Oh, yes. I have been drinking the water here all day. What you don't know is I'm actually 50 years old, so I think it might be working. I can send you guys some of this water if you want to give it a try.
Right here in studio, Fountain of Youth spring water. We got it here.
So we've got it right here.
Oh,
We
you
do.
got some.
And yes,
Oh.
and they
Drink
actually
it,
brought us some
drink it.
cups. Okay, so this is gonna make us look like I'm 16 again. Is that,
Let's give it a shot here, Shay.
That's what I'm, it's working for me. So I think it's going to work for you guys.
You don't
too.
need as much as I do. I'll
this
drink
is from the fountain,
I'm gonna
right?
drink a whole cup of this stuff. So,
All right,
Right
cheers.
from the fountain. And
cheers to you.
you know what's really fun too, you guys, is this place is dog friendly. So they joke that it's a fountain of pooch as well. So you can bring your dogs over here and have them drink the water, so everybody can live forever.
The Fountain of Pooch.
The
So a lot
Fountain
of
of
fun.
Pooch. How awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kara, for
Exactly.
joining us this morning. Got to get back over to St. Augustine. Can't get over there enough.
That's for sure. Thanks, Kara, so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. And speaking of the 450th anniversary and over in St. Augustine, we got somebody here in studio who was over there all weekend taking in
I
the
thought he
festivities.
was looking younger this
Yeah.
morning.
Did you get some of the water?
I've had plenty of the water. Art needs a gallon or two and a bathtub full of it. Can we make that happen? And I could use some myself. It was a lot of fun over there at the 450th. If you get the chance, if you got a day and you want to go play, not bad, not bad. Now, it was awfully soggy over there yesterday, likely less soggy east today. We stand a better chance to see more activity, especially spreading in from the south to the north. Take a look, Wakulla County, now parts of Leon and Wakulla and into Gadsden County. We're getting wet. There's going to be more, so be ready for it. Have the wet weather gear with. I think today, one of the soggy ones. We'll break it down one more time when we come back.